Why are AI presidents playing video games? The answer to this is rather simple. Quite simply, politics are extremely confusing, especially to young people. The world is deeply confusing to everyone. But games are simple, fun, and easy to understand. In recent years, we have witnessed a great media explosion of horror, especially around the horror of politics. Polarization is drastically increasing. The media is helping all of this happen. But in the video game, where we're already used to one side against the other killing each other, but ultimately it's among friends, you're doing this with friends, we can imagine a political truce in the realm of the video game. You'll notice that oftentimes in these memes that Biden, Obama, Trump, they can all play on the same team. Sometimes they're on different teams, but oftentimes in the memes they're all playing together. A union has been made in the game, in the memetic realm, that could never be made in reality. This is really the idea of AI art in its conception, that we can make images of things that people could not. Now, what does this tell us about video games? And in truth, how does this compare with what is usually the political reality of video games? One needs only look back a few years ago to the idea of the gamer meme. Gamers were, a oppressed class, a oppressed minority class in the memes. The gamer who is hateful, they happily declare they hate women and minorities, gamers eat bees. I've covered many videos on this archetype of the gamer, the child cast out of society who goes into the game and is radicalized by social isolation and very bizarre socializing that occurs in the games. So then we look at the actual material reality of the game and the reality of those politics, which is that video games are pacifying. Video games do not actually inspire violence. They inspire a lack of violence, a lack of action entirely. Video games are a means of pacifying the masses. As Marx said, religion is the opiate of the people. Well, today we have a whole lot of those, video games being one of the most pernicious. So, just as the presidents are able to find peace from real-world conflicts through video games, many of us do the same thing, not always consciously, but oftentimes we escape from our day-to-day problems in reality by going into the established world of the game, where there are boundaries, there are rules, there are even cheats. You can know the rules by heart. You can know the game by heart. You can easily manipulate your environment, which is ultimately one of the things that humans desire immensely. As children, we're unable to do this. As infants, we cannot manipulate our environment with anything other than our cries, our little grabbing hands, and we can only hope that our needs are met. And when we grow up, we want that same control over our environments, over our realities and our resources. And reality is often just as terrifying to the adult as it is to the infant. So we go into these spaces where we can escape, where we can have control, even if it's a fictional control. And it is this very fear that is being levied in this meme. The fear of politics, the fear of polarization, the fear of powers in the world, because they can make a truce in the game. So these memes, while ultimately serving as most likely political propaganda, do in fact reflect the reality of the gamer. Somebody who is escaping from a harsh reality. But what we can tell from the old, and I think perhaps more honest, look at the gamers in memes, that all of these things that are escaped from, that are repressed, they return in even worse forms. As always, remember, memes matter. And I thought I'd give a little inside scoop. I pulled a tarot card as to what meme I should cover. And the card was Truce, the Four of Swords. And the first meme that came to mind was the AI president's gaming. So I thought I would give my take. I know that Blair from What It Is did a video on this, and he gave an excellent take, but I thought I would give a psychological take. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you enjoy my videos and you want insight into some of your own struggles, your own problems, send me a DM and I'll provide you a tarot card reading. I can read your tarot cards. I could give a fortune telling. And if you'd like to read more of my thoughts, check out my Substack. If you'd like to talk with some like-minded individuals, consider joining the Patreon. All right, everybody, have a good week.